Try.
Yeah. Unready up. Alright, now go to the bottom left. You see where it says swap to spectator or swap to killer? Like, move the cursor to the bottom left, bottom square that's by itself. See it?
Top left?
No, bottom left, Bresky. It's beneath the humanoid silhouette. No, push it again. Alright, now you're killer. Good. Excellent. Alright, so I want you to go to the top left, and I want you to take a look at all the killers. Now, mind you, the killers that are grayed out are the killers that you'd have to, like, buy in order to play, right? So just focus on the killers that are available to you for free. Alright, so just go ahead and look at those.
How do I know they're free?
The ones with the yellow silhouette portrait behind them rather than the ones that are blue portraited with a lock on the bottom left. Thank you.
I can't see their faces.
Okay, hold on. So, when you clicked on the top left to pick the different killers, were you, like, presented with different killers to choose from?
Oh, I can see, yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Doctor is crazy.
Doctor is, fun fact. So, Doctor is actually the best anti-stealth killer in the game. If you want to try him out, first, you by all means go for it. Alright, so we're not going to pick any perks just yet. So, I've already picked the map that we'll be playing on. It's the brightest map in the game. I think it's pretty good for, like, you know, practicing killer perks or just, like, overall just fucking around, right? So, just push triangle whenever you're ready if you've already selected Doctor. Now, mind you, Doctor's not the best killer in the game. He's just the best anti-stealth killer. Just heads up. Push triangle whenever you're ready. Now, unfortunately, in the custom game, we're not able to change our settings here. We would have to do it in, like, the main menu, which I find kind of stupid, but, you know, hopefully they'll update that eventually. So, yeah. So, first things first, you already know that playing Survivor is in third person, playing Killer is actually played in first person, like any other FPS game.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like when a survivor hides, I can find them easily.
It's more like no, that's not it. Well, I mean, yes and no. It's I'll describe it to you like when we get into the game. So each killer so all the killers have basic functions, like they can all M1 or like just do like a basic attack which hurts the survivor for 1 health stay, right? And then they can hit them again to down them, in which case they can pick them up and then put them on a hook, right? Like every killer can do that, right? Same thing with how every killer can also like vault over a window, or they can break a pallet. Every killer can do that, but each killer has their own unique power. The Doctor's power is called Carter's Spark, and what he does, this is where his anti-stealth comes in, is that he shocks survivors and increases their madness level. So, yeah, I'll show you here. So, another thing I should also mention, all killers have a tear radius and a red stain, and the red stain pretty much tells me what direction you're looking in, or what direction you're looking at. So if you see like a big main building, go towards that building. Oh, I see you. I see you. No, turn around, fam.
Hi.
Hello. So, you can't see it right now, but the red stain behind you. I mean, not behind you. That's in front of you. It's like a little red. It's like a short-range red flashlight that tells me what direction you're looking in. Right. The closer I get to you, the faster my heart beats. You see, or rather, the faster the sound that tells me that the killer's nearby. That's the terror radius. So the closer I get to you, the more intense the heartbeat, and the further I get from you, the less intense the heartbeat. So I want you to... I should have brought a med kit, my dumbass. Whatever. So I think basic attack is bound to R2. If you want to try it out, you can. It is, right? Yeah, so to lunge forward, you want to, while you're moving, hold down the basic attack button so that you'll lunge forward, like what you just did there. There's a bit of a cooldown there, as you can see, like you kind of pause after you miss. But you want to move while you do that, by the way. Like move forward? Yeah, like that. Now hit me. Too far, fam. Just like that. So when you hit me, I gain a small like sprint burst to a degree, which helps me like get some distance from you. You can hit me one more time, like do it right now. I'll let you do it, like that. After you've hit me, the killer's job is to pick up the survivor and take them to a hook to sacrifice them. Go ahead and pick me up. When you stand over me, you'll see. When you stand over me, you'll see in the bottom screen like what button you use to press to pick up. So from there, you'll be able to see the auras of hooks. Take me to the nearest hook, or whatever hook you can find. I want you to kill me like right now, so that I can. When we back out, I can grab a med kit so that you can hit me like multiple times over. You'll see hooks through the walls. Just go to the hook and then push the button that you use to pick me up to put me on the hook, like that. So when I'm on the hook, I'm completely unable to do anything up until a survivor takes me off the hook. Now, because I'm the only survivor here, the game's automatically going to kill me, and so technically you've won already. Now, what you just did there with the basic attack, every killer can do that. Every killer can do that, but I'll put us back into the game once I actually equip a med kit, and then I'll show you what Doctor's power does. In my opinion, Doctor and Wraith are two really good starter killers for new players, because Wraith is an overall like high mobility killer, and then Doctor's anti-stealth, as you could figure that. Let me just equip my med kit real quick. Okay, let me also change my perks so that my medkit will last a while.
Can you survive bag?
Yes, yeah, of course, absolutely. You see, you died because you didn't really have much knowledge as far as like how to play survivor against killer. And believe it or not, between the survivors and killers, the survivors actually have the advantage, at least when it comes to like if they actually work together. So as far as like a power roll between survivor and killer, if the survivors even if the survivors and killer evenly matched, the survivors are going to win most of the time if they're coordinated. Survivor perks are all, like the survivor metagame is all about second chance perks, and the killer metagame is about using perks that slow the game down because generators get done too quickly. Just give me a sec. I'm just you can go ahead and like if you want, you can push right on the arrow or D-pad to like check out your killer, and then put your little cursor over the electricity icon, which will tell you his power and how it works. While I equip the perks, that'll make my thing work a longer time. Where the fuck is botany knowledge?
Is Trixie one of the worst?
No, not anymore. He was before his buff. He was one of the worst, or the worst. Now he's a great killer. Where the fuck is it? Ah, found it. All right. So you ready?
Oh.
What'd you say?
Yep.
Alright, push triangle.
Oh my freaking gosh. No, I'm not.
What's up? What happened? Did you pick the wrong killer or something?
Yes.
Alright, so go back to doctor real quick. You're your doctor now, right?
Yes.
Alright, let's go. Does your monitor have like multiple screen presets?
I have no idea.
Like underneath like your monitor's like menu, do you have like multiple presets and each one like has different screen settings, right?
Yeah.
Well, I recommend playing this game at max brightness with max contrast, saturation. All of this because the game in certain maps gets really dark, and having those on max helps out a lot when it comes to like both survivor or killer, because in this game you can't change the game's brightness, but you can still change your monitor brightness, of course, for TV brightness to fix it. So another thing, killers are always naturally faster than survivors. Survivors move at 4 meters a second, or basically 100% speed. But killers, like the doctor, like most killers, run at 115% speed, so they have a 15% like faster than survivors, compared to the survivors 100% to the killers 115%. The longer the chase goes on, like if you still haven't caught up, every 15 seconds the game will give you another 5% to catch up, which is called Alright, so I'm about to show you Doctor's power now that I have a proper med kit. I'm over here. If you saw that loud noise notification, follow it.
The generator?
No, killers can always see like where the generators are, but that's not it. Right here. See? Alright, there you are. So look on the bottom screen. Do you see something that says shock therapy? Mm-hmm. Use that. You have to hold it down, by the way.
On you?
Yeah, on me. Shock me one more time. So you see on the bottom, like where my portrait is, right, with my next to my name. You see how you see the static around it? That tells you that I'm now in Madness 1. I can never get out of Madness 1. I'm pretty much stuck in this state permanently. Like even if I lower it down, it's not gonna go any lower than 1. And what Madness will do is that occasionally I'll have like a random hallucinatory doctor stand in front of me, and that pretty much tells you, the doctor, like where I am. That's where the anti-stealth comes in. You'll have random doctors appear throughout the map, and they'll basically look in the direction where the survivor's hiding. So I want you to use his other power, his Static Blast. So this is where the anti-stealth comes in. So I'm gonna hide around here. Use Static Blast, whatever button that's bound to. You keep holding it. Keep holding it. You see how I screamed? That pretty much let you know that I was right, like that I'm pretty much like around that corner, or around that wall, right? And that.
So does it mean like you're marked?
No, it's not. It doesn't mean I'm marked. It just reveals my location to you. And also, you'll notice on the bottom left screen where my portrait is that the static lines are now going up and down rather than left and right. This means that I'm now in Madness 2, which means that while I'm in Madness 2, if I were to work on a generator, the skill checks are going to appear in random spots, and sometimes they'll even appear counterclockwise rather than just standard clockwise, which can sometimes fuck over like the newer players, which is where that anti-stealth also comes in. You can go ahead and shock me 2 more times. Do it again. I am now in Madness 3, as evident by my portrait. As you can see, the static now looks like pretty much like an old TV, right? You see that random doctor that just appeared, like right next to you? Well, yeah, you see how he was looking in my direction. That's where that anti-stealth, like I mentioned before, comes in. So at Madness 3, I'm not able to pick up survivors, I can't unhook them, and I can't do a generator. I don't think I can heal myself either. And I'll also periodically scream, which means I'll randomly reveal my location to you. The only way I can get out of, if I can get out of Madness 3, if you follow me, over here, is if I, quote-unquote, snap out of it, which looks like this. If I fuck up a skill check, I'll scream, but I have to, like, not fuck up on the skill checks. See how long this takes? And, yeah. And then once I'm done like snapping out of it, then I'll be able to then I'll get back to Madness 1 and you start all over. So, by the way, when you use your static blast, the thing that does that surrounding shock, that goes as far as your tear radius. And there are perks that increase your tear radius, and also add-ons that the Doctor has to kind of give him more reach with his static blast. Doctor's pressure comes in as far as like by keeping survivors in high madness. So yeah, go ahead and chase me since you want to see like how the killer is supposed to counter the survivor. Oh. You can break that, by the way. I'm gonna walk you through it. So follow me, follow me. So as a killer, against a good looper, you don't wanna do what you're doing. You wanna like you wanna hug this loop as tight as possible to save as much distance. You see how I'm like literally hugging the wall as best as I can? Do what I'm doing. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. This is exactly what you want to do. And then eventually you'll get the M1. You know what I mean? Go on and hit me.
5% increase.
What?
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah. It'll keep going every 15 seconds. It's called Bloodlust, and eventually you'll reach a Bloodlust Tier 3, in which I think you move at 135% speed rather than 115. Yeah.
2, I think.
This is 2? Okay. This is 3 now.
Oh,
arrows pointing up. Look at me, look at me. You don't want to break chase. You're gonna lose Bloodlust if you don't like stare at me long enough.
Let me hit you?
Yeah, that's what I meant by M1. So, you know how I dropped that pallet on you, right? Here's where else Doctor's Niche comes in. If you shock me and I scream, I'm not able to drop pallet. So what you actually want to do is you want to shock like around where this pallet is. Just like try it out. Like shock where the pallet is, and then I want you to go in for the hit because I can't drop pallet. You see, I'm not able to drop pallet for 2 seconds once you shock me. So the best course of action is to shock the pallet, or at least where the area of the pallet is, to zone me out of it, or to force me to drop it early. Yeah, you can. See what I mean?
Crazy.
Alright, so I'm gonna heal myself real quick. Well, actually, I can't do that because I'm in Madness 3 now, as evident by my little portrait. So I'm gonna snap out of it real quick. You're cool. Alright, so now that I'm out of Madness 3, I'm gonna heal myself. Just give me a sec. Yeah. So you can either do that little lunge, or you can do like a short range attack to like minimize the cooldown of the after effect. Like just tapping it. See? Yeah. Good shot, good shot.
Yo, that range.
It can go further. You can also adjust like how the arc is shot. Like if you don't want it to be shot like in like a cone, it can be shot in like a straight rectangle. It can also be shot in a circle. Oh, you're kind of lagging. The hell?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and hit me whenever. Good hit, good hit. All right, so I'm gonna let you just down me, and I'm gonna show you what happens if you don't get to a hook in time.
Jokes.
No, not intentional, not intentional. I was literally just spinning around. So, yeah, just wiggle out. Don't go to a hook. If you see one, don't go to it. Just let me wiggle out. So, wiggling takes approximately 16 seconds to complete, and there are perks that you can equip as the killer to minimize the wiggling, or like make you move faster. I'm describing 2 different perks, by the way. So once that happens, I'm able to I get out of your grasp and you're stunned for like a few seconds. So follow me real quick. If I hide in a locker like this, you can open it, by the way. Sometimes you want to open lockers to check to see if a survivor's in there. Don't do it all the time though. But like if you have like a hunch that they're in there, then obviously go for it. I'm gonna wiggle out. You can also still hit while you're carrying a survivor, but it's really short range. See?
Can't charge.
No, you can't. It's short range. So follow me real quick. You see this window? You can vault through it like that, like what you just did right there. I'm still over here. So you see as I'm running, you see like the red scratch marks that appear on the floor, right? Yeah. You see, that only appears if I'm running. If I'm walking, scratch marks don't appear, as you can see. Running around as a survivor does help you move around faster, but also gives the killer an idea of where you're at. Just stay where you are, like stand right where I'm at, right here. Yeah. And then watch as you see the scratch marks climb the stairs with me, and it follows me. Yeah, then you just follow me, keep following me. Keep following the scratch marks. The scratch marks will fade the older they get, and then you'll find me sitting over here. So yeah, now come over here real quick. One more thing I'd like to show you as a killer. Now mind you, you can play a tutorial. This game does in fact have a tutorial, but I thought I'd show you a little more hands-on experience. So I want you to kick the gen. Go towards it. Yeah, go towards it, and it'll give you an option to kick. Just like that. So when you kick the gen, it starts slowly regressing up until I touch it like this. Then it stops regressing. You'll know if a gen is regressing if you see sparks coming from it. So just kick it. Stand back. And as you can see, the sparks are flying from it. Up until I touch it and repair it. Let me show you what a repair gen looks like. I also have to do a doctor skill check since I'm in Madness 1. Funny. Hold on, the generator... Okay, so you see how there are two pistons that are moving at full speed, but the third piston is kind of slow? So each piston represents 25% progression. So if there are two pistons that are moving at full speed, but only one is like kind of like slowly moving, that means the gen is like a little over 50% complete. So when I complete another 25% in total, you'll have the three pistons like move at a full speed. As you can hear, survivors repairing the gen make a lot of noise. So I think this piston's like almost done, and then we'll get to the final one. All right, there we go. So that's a total of over 75% complete. Still doing jank-ass doctor skill checks. So I just want to show you like what a completed gen looks like, so you can get an idea. All right, you see, like if you look up, you see above the gen, there's like a little light post or whatever. Like if you look up. Yeah, you see that, right? That light post is gonna go. It's gonna like actually turn on once the gen is completed. Yeah, yeah, and then you'll see that, the gen is like obviously completely functioning, and all the pistons are done. So yeah, go ahead and hold on. You see me? So if I'm hiding, like just hold on, stand in this corner right here, right where I'm at. If I'm hiding, but right here, can you still hear my noise, like the noises I make? Like I'm in pain or whatever.
Oh yeah, I can hear you whispering.
Yeah. That's also a good idea. That's also a pretty good indicator if a survivor's nearby and they're injured. To like look around for that. Some survivors make more noise than others, in which case they just become really loud and obnoxious. So go ahead and down me and hook me, and then we'll start with the other half of the tutorial. There you go. You cannot shock a survivor that's already downed. So they have to be standing. In which case you can now hook me, like that. So only a survivor can unhook me in this situation. There's no way that a survivor can unhook themselves. I mean they can, but there's only like a 4% chance that they'll actually succeed. Alright, now that we've done that, we're gonna be doing the killer portion. I want you to play the survivor this time. We're not gonna be doing like a real game. I just want to show you this real quick, and then we can hop on GTA.
Yeah, listen to brother.
I did not know you had siblings until now, Xeladius. I did not know you had a cousin, Xeladius, until now. Alright, so before you enter back into the game, you're in the main menu right now, right? Push the options button. I mean, no, don't push options, it's not gonna work. So go down till you see like a gear thing, a gear icon. It's very small. It's beneath Play as Killer and Survivor.
Play as Survivor?
No, do you see the gear icon that's beneath the Play as Survivor, Play as Killer icons? The gear icon looks like a clock gear or whatever.
Yes.
Push X. Now push R1. Push R1 again and again until you go to controls, and then you'll see the survivor controls and killer controls as far as like the sensitivity. So what's the killer sensitivity set to right now?
50 for both.
Okay. So as far as like the killer sense, did it feel okay to you or nah? Like, should it be higher or lower? Because I should mention to you that this game does not have any aim smoothing whatsoever. It's not like Overwatch. So acceleration is instant. You think it should be lower? All right, how much lower?
When I turned around and you were behind me, I overturned.
Yeah.
So lower that to 40 or something.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want, sure. And then once you do that, I want you to go to, once you've done that, you tell me when you're done. Alright, so push R1 again until you go to input binding. So you'll probably be slapped in the face with survivor controls, like if does it say survivor controls in the top, like big font above movement?
Yes.
Okay, so push R2 once. Now you're in killer. Now you're in the killer controls. You're fine with the control scheme that you had, like as killer, or did you want to like change anything in particular?
Yeah, I like it.
For now, okay. All right. So we'll just back out now. I'm gonna go to a custom game. I'll send you an invite, and then you're gonna play as survivor, and I'll play as killer. I'll play the exact same killer, just for the, you know, memory's sake. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna just throw you into a match with how little experience you have on Survivor. That's kind of dumb, not gonna lie. I would though, however, like to see you play killer and you share play it or some shit, and I would watch it.
I definitely play this.
Of course you would. Fucking K-pop. Alright, so now you're survivor. Now, even though I've already decided on playing doctors or a killer, you wanted me to play in particular rather than doctor, or is doctor fine?
I think we're cool with this.
Alright, so I'll just stick with doctor then in that case. I want you to, so go to, so you know how in the top left square it says survivors, right? Go beneath that square and go to loadout. Push X on that. Alright, so go to the top, top where it says power, I mean not power, it says item or whatever. Click X on the empty square that, and whatnot. Do you see a purple like med kit looking thing underneath like the inventory for items?
Oh, for items.
Yeah. So you can equip an item. Yeah, push X on that, and then once you've done that, push X on the empty square that's next to the Ranger med kit. Yeah, add-ons. Go to add-ons. So once you've done that, I want you to look for something for a green icon that says gel dressings.
Done.
All right, now I want you to go to a yellow icon that looks like it has scissors.
Done.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, just have those two for now. I'm not going to overwhelm you with the game's perks yet, because the game in itself is played the same, but it's more like the perks that you bring that change how the game plays. And I'll show you what that looks like. At least I'll try to.
Is there anything else I should add?
Yeah, sure, why not? Go to perks now.
Okay.
I know I said I wouldn't overwhelm you, but yeah, you should do it. So the perks are organized in alphabetical order. I want you to go under the B category and look for something that look for a perk that says built to last. It looks like somebody holding like shit.
Somebody
holding like a ruler or something, or like just like tools. No, not blast mine. It's called built to last.
See it. Okay.
Fat.
Done. What else should I add?
Find another perk that says botany knowledge. Looks like flowers.
Okay, done.
All right, and one other perk. Actually, no, two other perks. Find a perk that says dead hard. It is a D perk. I mean, I did dead hard. Try another one. No. Yeah. Do dead hard. 100%.
Dead hard. Done.
All right, and then finally, the final perk slot, because you already have 3 perks equipped right now, right? Final perk needs to be spine chill.
Alright, done.
I'm trying to see like what perks I can equip that'll really show you. Oh yeah, okay, I got it. Now mind you, this is a terrible doctor build, this build I'm about to show you, but I'm only showing it to you just for the sake of like showing you how these perks really work, if you know what I mean. I'm just trying to find one more perk and then we'll get started. Found it. Alright. So I'm ready. You are?
Yes.
Alright, let's do it. So, when do you think you can provide the killer gameplay through a share play? Hey, yo, Nathan.
Yes.
When do you think you can play this game as a killer and share it through share play?
I'm thinking because I'm only free next Monday.
Next Monday?
I got work for like the next 3 days, and after that I'll be available for you.
Yeah, that's kind of fat, not gonna lie. Alright, I got you. You know that big main building that you and I were kind of vibing in and whatnot, and the one that you saw me complete the generator in? Go back to that main building. By the way, most maps are dark, just so you know. I only chose... I only chose Ormond because, like I said before, it's the brightest map, even though it's, you know, Ormond.
I remember the generations being so difficult.
It's only difficult. It was only difficult because you're not used to them. Now the survivor bindings. I will actually ask you to change when we get the chance, because there's a button overlapping that'll make it to where you accidentally throw it on the pallet when you didn't mean to. If you're trying to heal a survivor. So
L1. That's so weird.
It is. I think L2 is crouch, right?
Yeah, dude. That's what?
Mind you, there's no way you can change it. Like, as far as like crouch is hold. It is never toggle. So you're back in the main building, right?
Yes. I'm here.
I'll use static blast to find where you are. There you are.
Bro.
All right. So as you can see, there's like a red. Do you see the red stain?
Red stain.
Like a little light that's in front of me. Alright, just follow me.
Yeah,
Do you see it? Like, right here?
Dude, what is that?
You see that red light? This thing tells you exactly which direction I'm looking at all times. You see it, right? Yeah. So, first perk I want to showcase to you is called Insidious. Now, mind you, it's one of the weakest perks, and it's also a shitty perk on Doctor, but I just want to show you like what perks can do to this game. So, here's Insidious. If I stand still for 2 seconds, I become completely undetectable. I have no tear radius and no red stain, as you can see. I can look around still, but if I move, then obviously it's going to come back. I have to stand still for 2 seconds. See that? Alright, follow me. So as you can tell, the closer you get to me, the faster the heartbeat or the tear radius becomes more intense, right? If I stand far away from you, it's gonna be a lower volume, as you can tell, and the heartbeat will become less intense. And it gets faster and faster and faster the closer I get to you. And the killer is coming their way, if you feel me. So you alright, dude?
You can totally bait people. You stand still and like the heartbeat going away.
To a degree, but here's the thing. I mean, not perk, but this power. Like this one right here. So follow me real quick. So those crows are a result of you, like, standing still for too long. So my second perk is called Iron Maiden, in which I search lockers 50% faster. Take a look how fast this is. Done. So if you were to hide in the locker, I can be able to like pull you out really quick. Like that. Oh, my third perk is called Thrilling Tremors, in which while I'm holding you, while I'm carrying a survivor, all the gens that aren't being worked on are blocked for 16 seconds, as you can see here. And then the generator is no longer blocked after 16 seconds has passed.
Really?
Now, I want you to follow me. Right here. I want you to do this gen. Now, I probably should not have shocked you. Hold on for a second. Let me shock you 2 more times so you can like get into Madness 3. All right. Now that you're Madness 3, I want you to snap out of it and then do the skill checks. Whatever button that the skill check is bound to, be sure to tap it like on time. Good job, good job. I can tell you're doing good. There, now you're no longer in Madness 3. Excellent, bro. Now the same thing will be applied to healing, by the way. Be patient. Good job, good job. Now I want you to do this gen right here. Like, do the skill check on this generator. Oh, hey, Curly. Alright, so stand back. Xeladius, get off the gen if you'd kindly. So, my next perk I'm going to show you is called Trail of Torment, in which, if I kick this gen, I become undetectable indefinitely until I hit someone, but the generator glows in a yellow aura, so I want you to, like, go around this corner where you cannot directly see the gen. Like, go right here. Like, behind here, this fireplace. Oh, yeah, and yeah, we will change the... Alright, so watch. Bop, bop. So because of Trail of Torment, I'm now undetectable, and you can see the gen in the yellow aura, right? The yellow outline. Yeah. So this means you have to go tap the gen for me to no longer be undetectable. So go tap it, or go like repair it a little. And now I'm no longer undetectable, as you can see. Pretty simple, right? Now, I want you to go ahead and initiate chase. Like, just go ahead and run. I'll give you a head start. You want to try to find, like, the nearest pallet. And I hit you. I'm not actually going to hit you, but I'm going to give you an example. Alright, I'll give you some space. Keep going, keep going. You're in a really bad area. This is like a... This is what you would consider to be a dead zone in the game. Hold on. Let me flip this out. Alright, so go ahead and keep running. Nice vault on the window. Keep going. You see the pallet that's like right in front of you?
No.
It's bro.
the pallet's like the objects I can.
You can toss down. Yeah, like come over here. No, like come over here. This is what a pallet looks like right here. Throw that down. Do that down. Alright, so once you've done that, I have virtually no space to get towards you. This is considered an ultra safe pallet because of its position, so I have to kick it in order to like get towards you. Now, the kicking process takes 2.5 seconds, but the pallet is pretty much rendered useless and can never be used again in this game. Alright, keep moving forward. So, one other thing I'd like to cover real quick. Oh, yo, follow me. Keep following me. So, I'm trying to find it. Where the fuck is a nearby window? Ah, there it is. Come here. So, there are 3 types of vaults. I want you to I want you to vault this window, but don't run at all. Like, don't run. Just vault it normally. Vaulting it that way makes it to where you make no noise, and I won't be able to like know that you vaulted it in the first place. Now, I want you to hold down the running button, but I want you to vault. No, like hold it down and then push the vault button, like spam it, like come over here and... That is considered a medium vault. You saw how your feet were still touching like the window seal of the window, right? So to get a fast vault, you actually want to get a decent amount of distance from you to the window, and then you want to run towards it and then do the vault, which is considered a fast vault. But what you did with it was a medium vault, so like stand where I'm at and then do a medium vault and run forward. What'd you say? Oh shit, bro.
Dude, the timing. I'll be back, I'm sorry.
No good.
Thank you for everything.
Oh, you'll be back? Okay.